Hey, so 0.21 is here for LandiTube, and installation got even easier, but there are some things that are slightly different. Nothing that you shouldn't be able to handle though, so let's get into it. We're going to start from fresh, so only watch the parts that apply to you. So we're going to install OBS fresh. If you already have OBS, feel free to skip this part. We're going to open up a new Chrome tab and go to OBS Studio. Go to your favorite search engine, just type in OBS Studio. The link you're looking for is obsproject.com, and then we can go and download. I'm going to be downloading the zip version, but more than likely you'll be installing the installer version, and that will automatically download for you. I'm just going to go ahead and do this process. To set your OBS in portable mode if you need it, just make a new text file and type in portable_mode.txt, and that will turn into portable mode. Once you're done, go ahead and launch OBS. Here we are. And you probably won't have this. Just go ahead and set it up to what you need. I'm going to change one thing about this, which is set my output to 60 FPS. Alright, so this is your OBS. What you need to do is go into Tools, and then go to WebSocket Server Settings. In here is where you will enable the WebSocket server. This allows Sammy to communicate with OBS, and LandiTube is built with Sammy. So we're going to go ahead and enable it. You can keep authentication on if you want. I don't recommend it. It just kind of makes things a little bit more complicated. Basically, this password is only for your local network, which means that people on your network, if other people in your household or your network use OBS and you feel like they will mess with you, keep a password on. However, if you're the only one in your household that uses OBS, you can just go ahead and disable this. And once we're done, we can click apply. Don't change anything else, and we'll be set for OBS. So now that we have OBS set up, we're going to go ahead and download Sammy. So we can go back to our Chrome instance here and just type in Sammy Solutions. And you should see a website that is Sammy Solutions landing page. You click this and you're taken to our website. This is what LandiTube runs on, and we'll click download up here, and then we'll see a banner here that says download now. Once we do, please consider supporting us. We make Sammy entirely for free, and it's really helpful for streamers of all types. But if you don't feel like it, just go ahead and click no thanks, just take me to downloads, and then click the download on whichever one says latest. Sometimes there will be extra files here, but just go ahead and click download on latest. And then we will get a zip file. I've downloaded this a couple times, as you can see, but we're going to go ahead and open the zip file, and we'll see a bunch of stuff in here. So I'm going to go to the place where I want to install Sammy, which is just here. Make sure that you are not installing Sammy in your program files folder, which often looks like this. Let me just go ahead and open a new tab. It is this folder or this folder. Don't install it in here. Also, don't install it in any network drives. So the folder I picked is neither of those. So we're just going to take everything in here and then put it in our folder. And now we should be able to double click on sammycore.exe. This is your application. Whoa, that was a little loud, sorry. You should see a message here about analytics. You can feel free to opt out of that. It is entirely anonymous. Don't have to worry about it. And then you'll get this Windows security alert. This is very important for allowing OBS to communicate to Sammy. Just go ahead and click allow access, and then we will have Sammy. Next, we need to make sure that we set up the Sammy bridge in OBS. This is very important for plugins, which LandiTube is. It is a plugin. So let's just clean up our workspace here a little bit. I'm going to minimize this for now. I'm going to close this zip file. So what we need to do is we need to go into Sammy, click Sammy bridge, and then click copy full path. And then in OBS, you can add a custom browser doc just by going to docs and then custom browser docs. Then you'll be able to go ahead and type in the doc name. So I'm just going to do Sammy bridge. Doesn't matter what you call this. But then you need to paste in the thing that was copied to your clipboard in here. So we click apply, and then we get this window. Oops. And then it should connect right away. You'll know if it works because in Sammy, you'll see this green dot down here that has bridge lit up. You probably don't want to be seeing this all the time. You can dock it to the side, but say you don't want to see it. You can actually hover a tab. You can grab a tab and hover it over an existing tab. So I'll just put it in controls, for example. And now we have a toggle tab. So this is really handy. It's kind of like an OBS pro tip. So we'll just go ahead and leave this out for demonstration purposes. You'll kind of need it to configure LandiTube, so I recommend keeping it kind of visible for now. But now that we have the bridge set up, we need to go ahead and connect OBS. So go into OBS connections, and then we should see these options here. Leave all of this default, check auto connect, and then click connect. Then we should see OBS light up here. Next, I highly recommend connecting your Twitch account because LandiTube in the future will have built-in Twitch stuff that will allow Twitch chat to interact with your tuber. So I do recommend linking that. The easiest way to do this is click Twitch connections at the bottom here, and then go ahead and click this plus. And then you'll want to click yes to this. Make sure you're not streaming to anybody, otherwise they might see the URL and they could compromise your account, so be very careful. Mine's kind of hidden here, you won't really be able to see much. But you can see here, Sammy wants access to your account. Sammy can do many things, so that's why it asks for as much as it does. But we'll click authorize. And then we should see Twitch token successfully saved. We can close this. And now we got our Twitch account linked. So we can go ahead and click done. And we should see everything here lit up green. Once you see everything here lit up green, you'll be good to go. Now, what we need to do is we need to install some Sammy extensions. On top of LandiTube, you'll need something called Sando. Let's go ahead and go back to Chromium here. And let's go ahead and type in landi.land. And it should take you to a website like this. But once you go into the shop, we'll see something here called Sando. We want to download this. You can see a download button right here. It should open up this pop-up. Click no thanks. And then we should get a download to a .cef file. .cef is the extension file type for Sammy. So we can click download, and then we'll get the cef file here. Once you do that, you go back into Sammy, click Sammy Bridge, and then install an extension. Now go ahead and navigate to wherever that is. To me, it's in my downloads. Go ahead and click this and click open, and then we should see it download. Let it do its thing. There will be some messages here. But once you're done, you should see a pop-up show up. If you don't get the pop-up, just go ahead and close Sammy and then reopen it. It is a work in progress, but hopefully once you do that, everything should be completely fine. And there you go. Installation complete. So once we do that, we can now go to Sammy Bridge and go ahead and install that LandiTube file that you downloaded. If you haven't already downloaded it, you go over here, go to LandiTube, and then click download. The page won't look like this when 0.21 releases, but just click download, same process. No thanks, take me to the downloads, and then you'll be able to download the .cef file here. This is 0.20 obviously, so I won't be doing that. I will go ahead and install 0.21. So we'll click open, and then we should see it go ahead and install. And once it's doing this, you will get some pop-ups probably. If you get anything like this, don't worry. Just check with me and make sure that LandiTube still works on the versions of Sammy and OBS that you're on. And more than likely, they should be totally fine. So just click yes. You should get both of them. Just click yes to them. Let me go ahead and turn down my desktop audio. That's very loud. And then it'll say assets are downloading. And then once that's done, it'll say download successful. You click OK. We should get another pop-up here saying please allow admin rights to fetch process. This is gonna grab our OBS path. We'll click OK. Click OK to anything that you see. Screen's gonna go black for a moment. And then it should hopefully find the path to your OBS. This is wrong because I have another OBS open that's recording. So for you, you'll probably be able to click yes, but for me, I gotta click no, and I need to manually select my OBS exe. So let me go ahead and do that. It'll be in bin 64, it'll be 64, and there we go. And then what it's gonna say is, this will pop up if you don't have the plugins needed, which is more than likely. And it's gonna ask you to go ahead and update these. And this will happen automatically. So we're gonna click yes. And OBS will close. We gotta wait for it to close. Make sure it's red down here. Click OK. Oh, hold on. Because I'm recording on another OBS, it's expecting that one to close too. So give me just a moment. Allow any prompts that you see. I will be back. All right, so once you close OBS, you will see this message here. Click yes to any pop-ups that might show. So we'll click OK. You get a pop-up, we click yes. We get another pop-up, we click yes. We get another pop-up, click yes. And we should get one more. that's for every single OBS plugin. Might be a little bit annoying, but now we will go ahead and wait for OBS to open. And now that it's open, we can click OK. We have to wait for OBS to reconnect. And here we go. So now it's going to say OBS needs to restart to install a Lua script. So I will, again, be right back. I gotta close my recording OBS. You should now get this pop-up that says please allow admin access, just like the plugins for OBS. Click OK. Click yes. And then OBS should reopen for us. We now have to wait for OBS to connect again. And then now we will get a message saying LandiTube OBS scenes install now. Click yes. And it should install LandiTube OBS scenes for us. And we're done. And now we just get some extra stuff. Feel free to join the Discord if you need some support, if you need some ideas, maybe some brainstorming. I'm always here to help. Everybody knows in the LandiTube community, I'm very eager to help anybody who wants to make a really cool LandiTuber. So if you have any ideas and you don't think they're possible, they are possible. Just ask me. So we'll click no thanks for now. Please consider joining the Patreon. I release early access uploads there for LandiTube. So if you want to get access to features early or hear about what's going to happen in the future, feel free to join. We're going to click no here. If you don't feel like it, you can donate one time, but we'll click no here. And then OBS is going to restart one last time. So again, I will be right back. All right. So then OBS should automatically reopen for you. Click OK. Thank you for downloading 0.21, and then you can view the patch notes if you wish. We're going to click no here, and now you're completely done. You'll probably see a bunch of messages down here. Don't worry about it. That's just some debug stuff because LandiTube still is beta, so I usually want to keep this stuff always visible for me. But we should see you now have a new tab in the Sami Bridge called LandiTube, and you should see everything LandiTube related. The next few tutorials will talk about how to set up a model. They're just a little old, but they are still up to date. And we'll see you there.